International Tourism Business Management. I came here on a 2-year college course doing travel and tourism, and towards the end of it a lot of the lecturers were going through sort of taking the next step in your career, and I decided that University College Birmingham offered a lot of open courses to do with tourism and business, and that's something I want to progress further down the line in my career, so that's what put me onto this course. I chose to go for the UCAS purely because it was more beneficial for me in terms of just being able to get help from my university lecturers. The process seemed quite straightforward. There was only a few minor details that I just needed to ask someone, to get me a bit more detail. And it was just straightforward. I didn't actually know about UCB Direct till after I'd already sent my application form in. So it kind of probably would have been easier to do something I already knew about. I was on a 2-year travel and tourism BTEC extended diploma. In the first year there are some similarities. You do a few units in the actual degree that are about travel and tourism sort of more directly, but because my degree is business management, as you go onto towards the end of the first year and maybe the second year as well as the third, you sort of take more of the business side of it. It's more about managing a business. But there is some direct links to travel and tourism, a lot of case studies that are around the same sort of thing you do in college. It's just sort of expanding on your knowledge and your research. There's quite a few differences between being a college student and a university student. I think the first main one is you're not getting chased around to do work in university. It is purely your responsibility. If you want to do it, you will do it. Whereas in college you have lecturers who are asking you, is your work done? We've got this deadline, you need to really get on the ball. So it's more about just having that responsibility in yourself and sort of giving yourself the motivation. And you're a lot more free to do things. If you want to go out with friends and do research on an assignment, you're free to do that. Whereas in college, it's they're sort of set trips for the assignments. The lecturers will say, don't hesitate to go to the BMAG to do some research on an assignment. It will come in handy, and things like that do go a long way, especially when you're writing 2,000-3,000 word essays. So that's definitely a major part of being a university student, that freedom to do what you think's best in terms of your education. I don't think I could sum it up in one highlight in complete honesty. I think the major ones is the trips for the course I'm on. Our course is a lot of international students from all over the world, and getting to experience their background, their culture, and some of the trips we've gone on, we've gone back to where they're from. And while doing that, we've got to experience sort of, I'd say, off the beaten track. We're not always in the tourist spots. We've had a day to do what we want, and we was in Lisbon in the first year, and there was a few girls and a few guys that were from Lisbon. And we just got to explore what it was like for them being in there. They come over here and experience our hometown, and they have to sort of get a finding for where things are and how things are. And for us, we just got like a personal guided tour of Lisbon behind the scenes, and I think for me that really opened my eyes to what the world really has to offer, and it was really, really enjoyable. I was originally on an FDA top-up for 2 years and graduated the September just gone, and decided to do a top-up for a third year. So you always have that option to do a 2-year course, see if you're still motivated, want to keep going, and you always have that option to top up through UCB, which is really a good option because you don't want to commit yourself for 3 years and not be 100% certain, like myself. So it gives you that ability to be a bit more flexible in terms of time you commit yourself to a degree. Yeah, definitely. The first few weeks, everyone's a bit on eggshells, getting to know each other. You come into a new environment for a lot of people, and you just have to settle in. But once you've got over that sort of overwhelming feeling, a lot of people just started to open up, had to do group work together, and you just made friends that way, as well as trips. I mean, the first year we went to Lisbon, I don't think I'd knew anybody's name until I came back. I remember coming home and it was like we'd come back to uni the next week and we were speaking to like 30, 40 more people that we did before. So I think it's about, if you want to make friends, if you want to put yourself out there, talk to people, engage, and that really does go a long way, especially when you're in the same environment doing the same course.